Local charities are also feeling the impact of the pandemic. They are seeing a massive increase in requests for help. News 4's Alexis Soto spoke to several charity groups about how they're dealing with the growing need in our community. And Alexis, I'm sure a lot of people want to know how they can get involved.
Absolutely. Well, this week you're going to start seeing those bell ringers outside of your local grocery store for the Salvation Army, but you might not see one at your store. That's because the Salvation Army tells me tonight they only have about half as many volunteers as they normally would get because of the pandemic. And they are just one of the organizations we spoke to today that is really seeing more need than ever across our community.
Because I know what it's like to be hungry. I know what it's like to not have somewhere to go. And I know what it's like not to have a nice hot meal.
Amani Robinson knows what it's like to go without on Thanksgiving. She started the nonprofit Love in Action after surviving her own tough times. Now she's helping others, setting up a massive Thanksgiving Eve meal giveaway.
We don't want anybody to be hungry. So the most important thing is that you won't be by yourself, and you can come here and you'll be able to get a meal.
With the help of several other nonprofits, they plan to serve around 1,500 on Wednesday. Right now, picking up the last of the food that will be distributed in a safe way outside the Polish Heritage Center in downtown North.
The need has been maximized so much. It's just such a great need right now.
For the Urban League, normally they provide around 2,000 meals during their turkey giveaway. This year, it has increased to 6,000. At the Salvation Army, they're also seeing that need from across the St. Louis community, making their annual Red Kettle campaign more important than ever.
This year, our annual budget for Christmas fundraising is $5.8 million. Of that, about $1.5 million is the kettles themselves. And so if we do not do well, that has a significant impact because the funds that we raise at Christmas go to assist people in our communities.
They're seeing double the request for assistance, but right now they only have about half the number of volunteers needed to man the red kettles like you're used to seeing outside the grocery stores.
But getting bell ringers, volunteers, and all that out there, that's become a little more difficult this year because people are being cautious.
Now, the Salvation Army tells me they will be providing all volunteers with PPE, hand sanitizer, as well as reminding them and donators to stay 6 feet apart. Now, a lot of things that we often think about is that a lot of us don't carry cash or change with us anymore. Don't worry, the Salvation Army has thought of that. You can use your phone using either Apple Pay or Google Pay to make a donation either right there at the kettle or, of course, going online. If you head to the KMOV News app, we have information on these different Thanksgiving events this week, as well as how you can volunteer to help this season. Reporting live, Alexis Soto, News 4.
I have no doubt a lot of people will step up. Thank you, Alexis. Let's check the latest statewide COVID-19 numbers now. Missouri health officials reported more than 4,200 new cases today and 4 deaths. In the last 7 days, Missouri has had more than 32,000 cases around the state. That is the highest weekly total ever. There have now been more than 271,000 cases statewide since the outbreak began. In Illinois, there are more than 10,000 new cases today and 76 deaths. Illinois has reported more than 650,000 cases since the pandemic began and more than 11,000 deaths. You can always take a closer look at all of these numbers on the KMOV News app and at KMOV.com.